it isn't just diversity quotas that is causing this pushback, right? There's more to this than that. So let's explore some of the things that are causing this pushback. What else do you think goes there?
So I think there's a basic rhetoric around this whole topic that it's become ridiculed to some extent, and it's become ridiculed as a result of some of that behaviour.
Where does the ridicule come from? Language, or is it more general than that?
I think it's wide, but I think language impacts that. You know, if you speak to the average person in the street or in the pub, the reality is the moment you start to talk about that topic, they're like, oh, God. You know, I, for a whole period of time, didn't even tell people what I did because I was embarrassed.
What's the point, right? Because you end up in a debate for an hour and it's like, I just want a pint, mate.
I've called it all sorts over the years. Oh, I work in human rights. Yes, you can assume I'm a lawyer. Yeah, it's fine. And so there's almost an embarrassment about the whole topic. You know, I come back to episodes of The Office or come back to some TV series that literally ridicule the topic. And I've watched those episodes and thought, I have seen exactly that in practice.
Sorry to interrupt you. For the benefits of our listeners, I apologize if I've said this to you before, but Superstore, it's on Netflix, right? It's about a supermarket chain in the US. And they literally articulate our lives from an inclusion perspective, right? From an EDI perspective, they articulate it so well for everyday people in terms of what we see on a daily basis, right? Because they do it in such a deadpan way that it's hilariously funny. If you know what they're talking about, if you don't know what they're talking about, it could pass by you, right? But if you know what they're talking about, it is hilariously funny. And it just pokes fun at what I would describe as the militant element of what has caused some of this pushback. So in my opinion, the big pushback comes from this militancy. There's no kind of middle ground with this. You're either all in or you're all out, right? Yeah. Whereas actually, my fear with this is there's some things that I think we've gone too far on. So I think quotas and diversity quotas are a big problem, and we've never advised our clients to go down that road because it causes more problems. And to your point, you can't evidence the impact well enough. So we don't do that. We don't recommend it. But, you know, we've gone too far on some of that stuff, even down to simple things like we've gone too far on language. So we over police the language. Yeah. We're too militant on, policing this stuff. And so, I would advocate an element of rowing back from that brink.